Hey there, Danny here. Welcome to my ramblings. Tonight I would like to discuss with you how to tell the difference between a genuine person and somebody who is telling you what you want to hear because they want to use you. Because let's just be honest here 100%. Nobody that loves you would ever play games with you from the beginning. If they're playing games with you from the beginning, either trying to manipulate or control the situation, they don't have good intentions for you. They already have it in their mind exactly what type of relationship they want with you, and you will conform to that relationship, because if you don't, there'll be a lot of fighting. A lot of disagreements. I think our biggest problem in this country is because people live in their little fantasy in their head and they imagine it. So I'm going to share an example with you. So say that you have a friend and they're married and their husband just comes across as spectacular and wonderful, or the wife, it doesn't really matter which sex. But the spouse seems so wonderful and great, and all you think is, wow, if only I could have somebody like that, and then you talk yourself into being attracted to this person. Because in your head, you think that it's possible that you and that other person could have the same relationship, which you can't. If you go back to some of the other videos that I've done, you cannot have the same relationship with two different people. The only way that the relationship, when you look at other people's relationships, the only way that you look at that relationship is with those two people. If you remove one of those two people and put yourself in that place, it's not going to be the same, because you're not exactly like the person that they were with. So a genuine person will, you're fine, buddy. A genuine person will be authentic. They'll be themselves. They'll be nervous in the beginning because they don't know you. They're getting to know you, and as they're getting to know you, they don't want to say something that's going to offend you. But they're not going to like everything that you like. They're not going to agree with everything that you say. They're not going to be a yes person. And a yes person is sucking you in. So you're going to go into the relationship and you're going to be like, oh my God, we got so much in common. And it's going to be 6 months to a year down the road. And you guys decide that you're going to, take it to the next level and maybe move in. You're going to find out that everything you thought you fell in love with doesn't exist. And it's not your fault. You were manipulated. You were used so they could fulfill their fantasy in their head. But they can't fulfill that fantasy because you're not in their head. You're not somebody who can do that. They don't know who you are because you just started out the relationship, but they've already got it in their head what that relationship's going to look like. And that's where a lot of complications come in. So a genuine person is not going to agree with everything you say. But they're not going to argue and fight with you on shit. They're going to attempt to understand why you think this way, or why your differences are this way. They're going to look for understanding, not one-upness, not I've got to win this battle. A true, genuine human being that wants to be in a relationship with you is not going to be a yes person. They are not going to hold a tally in their head of, you've messed up this many times and I've messed up this many times and you are worse than me. A genuine person, an authentic person, will not do that. They know that if there's a disagreement, they know that the main way to solve that is to try to understand the other person. And as you both come to an understanding of things, because we don't all think alike. I know that we tend to think that we do, but none of us think exactly alike about anything. So with that said, a genuine, authentic person is going to be themselves. They're going to be nervous. They're going to slip up, whatever. But they're not going to be a yes person. They're not going to agree with everything that you like. They're not going to tell you what you want to hear. So I've dated several different people. I mean, I'm 50 years old. Come on now. I'm not some young spring chicken. So, with that said, there have been times where they liked everything I liked. I like hiking. I like the outdoors. I love going to. I like museums. I like zoos. I like all kinds of things. So, as they get to know me and I tell them what I like, all of a sudden they like these things too. And when I tell them what I expect out of a relationship and what I can give in a relationship, they tell me exactly, oh yeah, I'm exactly the same way. Not in just those words, they'll actually go in depth and whatever else. Then a few months into the relationship, maybe 6 months, a year later, they're not that person. They're nothing like what they said. And at that point in my head, this was me back then, before I learned to love myself and find my authentic self. Back then, I had it in my head that I had invested this amount of time. We can fix this. No, we can't. We can't fix anything. There's nothing to fix. That's what I couldn't see. And that's what I want you to see. There's nothing to fix. You cannot fix somebody's fantasy or imagination. That's not an option. Sorry about that. Usually I silence my phone, but evidently I forgot to do that. Now I did. So, there's no way that you could fix that relationship because the relationship strictly was based off of a fantasy, off of them pretending who they are. So, what are you going to fix? Because now that you're 6 months to a year into this, they're nothing like they claimed. What are you fixing? You can't fix anything. At that point, you only have one option, and that's bye-bye. Because the truth is, you haven't been having the relationship you thought you were. You've been lied to and manipulated so they can have their fantasy. They don't care about you. That's exactly what it means. A genuine, authentic person is going to care about you. They're going to pay attention to the things you like. They're going to want to get to know you. Every piece about you. Flaws and all. So, learning to love yourself and find your authentic self is actually a game changer, and it really opens up the world around you. I can tell you that the last 4 years have been very up and down, and I can tell you that now where I'm at, I have met some magnificent souls in this world. The more I work towards loving myself and finding my true authentic self, which I already do both of those, but there's more growth out there. I know there has to be. The more that I grow, the more I'm attracting people that are at my energetic level, that are honest and real. And you can tell it in body language. You can tell it in the way that they act. They're not fake and phony with you. That doesn't mean that they won't be nervous, especially if it's a dating situation or they're interested in you. I was having a chat with my friend Fred today, and I told him that I'm kind of oblivious when people are flirting with me. I don't take somebody talking to me nicely or friendly, I don't take that as flirting, because I do that with everybody. Everybody should be doing that with everybody. So I would never take that as interest. If somebody's interested in me, I don't pick up on those types of signals. Literally, they have to be open with me and tell me, because otherwise I'm not going to pick up on it. I might pick up on little here or there questions that they might ask me, but I'm still not going to notice that they want something more. So stop being nervous. And if you want something, go get it. What's stopping you? My friend Fred has been chasing this girl for a while, and oh my God. And I just started pushing him and telling him, go for it. What do you got to lose? You get rejected? Well, rejection is redirection. I said, so she wasn't for you. Now you can move on to find the person that is for you. And he's young, and he'll find somebody. He's a really nice kid. Well, I shouldn't say kid. He's a grown man, but he's the age of my kids, so to me, he's a kid. But anyways, That's how you can tell a genuine, authentic person from somebody that's living in their fantasy land in their head and trying to suck you in there. So if you have any questions, feel free to give me a holler. Reach out anytime you need to. I'm always here. I'm still working on other things. I've been doing a lot of work doing delivery because, well, I'm this close to being caught up. There's a light at the end of the tunnel and I can see it. I can feel it. I can feel the heat radiating from that light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm this close to being caught up, and it's a wonderful feeling after the accident way back on May. Anyways, I'm going to leave you with that. My old man dog is grumping, so it's time for bed. Anyways, have a great night, guys. I will try to get back to you in a day or two. Thanks. Bye. Love ya.